Ever since the day that the Russo-Ukrainian War started, on February 24th, 2022, the media has been reporting on the appearance of Ukrainian refugees compared to other refugees. The media's racism has never been exposed since the Russo-Ukrainian War started. News correspondents have made this war into a way to spread racist messages. Why are reporters saying these terrible things, and how can we stop it? One day after the war started, Charlie D'Agata said words that he would later regret. On air, Charlie D'Agata said,
"Isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen."
Charlie D'Agata later apologized for his disrespectful words. In just saying this, Charlie D'Agata started an entire wave of correspondents saying similar things. That Ukrainian people look like us, therefore they are superior to other refugees. Just because Ukrainians are white does not mean that they deserve our compassion more than other refugees. All refugees should be treated the same and equally because they are fleeing war. Race is not the only factor in these xenophobic news reports. Religion is another factor. Kelly Kobilia from NBC News said
these are not refugees from Syria. These are Christians. They're white. They're very similar.
In other words, Kelly Kobilia is trying to say just because 87% of Syrians are Muslim, they do not deserve our compassion. But because 85% of Ukrainians are Christian, they do deserve our compassion. Religion should not stop or start our empathy. The reason why she should empathize with refugees is because they are fleeing war, not because of their religious affiliation. So why is there so much media bigotry? There is so much media bigotry because of who reports it. The news industry is not very diverse. According to the Pew Research Center, newsroom employees are more likely to be white and male than all U.S. news workers. More than 3/4, 77% of newsroom employees, those who work as reporters, editors, and photographers and videographers in the newspaper, broadcasting, and publishing industries, are non-Hispanic white. If we increase the diversity in the people reporting news, there will be less racism in the coverage of Ukraine. The more diversity there is in the newsroom, the more integrity the people reporting have for other cultures. That way, harmful messages about other races will not be spread to the audience. Although the newsroom has bias, we can stop this by diversifying the newsroom so reporters can have compassion for all cultures.